We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's fine. Hurry up.
Here's Ty Montgomery, former star at nearby Stanford. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because they're in sync, as we're seeing so far. When that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down and leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Black 80! Black 80!
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
21. 80!
Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Here's McKinnon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
White. Hey, come on.
Here again is McKinnon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
20!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. From left side, caught by Goodwin. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with the ground. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
Well, warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I got you. Come on, fellas. Here we go. Black 80. 80. Hurry up. Go ahead.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving.
Hey, come on, fellas. Here we go.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, gun. 120. 180.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Now McKinnon, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Trevor Davis, 104 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back here right after this. On first down, Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Black 80!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. They find some open field here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Touchdown, Packers! Geronimo Allison, 39 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Perry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And he coughed it up, and the Packers bring it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Rodgers to throw on second down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run with Montgomery. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Escaping the pressure. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams from 3 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Rodgers now on first down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So give him the first down, 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. flush to his right. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
11.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's caught by Saleh. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
1, Omaha. Hurry up.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Go ahead.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Now Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. A 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Trevor Davis now to return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
We are going. 319. 319.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On first down, Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a two.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Reuben Foster picks it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Returnable here for Davis. And some space here.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
And now the Packers get set to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Rodgers throwing here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Back to throw, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Get set! 21.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
One, Omaha.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Six.
Back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley. All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Go ahead. Here we go.
McKinnon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hurry up! Left 80! Go ahead.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Garoppolo now. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
I got you. 13, 20.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Hurry up! Go ahead.
Toss play to McKinnon. And now running right through it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
21. Here we go. 80! Go ahead. I got you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Sunday.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Fournette. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Green 80. Green 80. Mike 39, Lucy. 11.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Bunch right. 11.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Hey, spread right, smack. Spread right, 72. Hank.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go. Mike 39, Lucy. 11. Green 80.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
Yeah, came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. A heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. A.J. Bouye to find cornerback there to make the play defensively.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Shart's got it left side. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Mike 39, Lucy.
Bortles now on the option left side. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Caught left side, Garçon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. It's a really nice pickup.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Spread right, 72. Sunday.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On first down, Bortles escaping the pressure right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Now Bortles. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, Garcon. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
It's McKinnon, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Bortles now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
380. 380. 380.
Bortles now on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Bortles going to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
372. 11. Move.
Now Bortles. Got to have this one. Flush to his right. Open man is Westbrook complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Lucy. Move.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. And the throw here, that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Cole. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion, but